Every day when I go to work, there's always a cop that's chilling in the intersection, and that doesn't make me feel good, man. Like, why is he always there? Shouldn't he be helping out old ladies cross the street? Shouldn't he be like getting cats off trees? Shouldn't he go to the orphanage and play ball with the kids? I don't know, maybe solving some crime? Anything but trying to catch people speeding at all costs. That makes you seem so sketchy. It's almost every day you hear in the news about another cop killing an unarmed child minding their own business. But you know what they don't get a lot of flake for? The little sketchy shit that they do constantly. Like catching you speeding because you didn't see them because they're hiding in the intersection. So to me, my dissatisfaction with cops doesn't really come from the minority murdering. No, it's the little inconveniences in life that they cause to me. My first ever experience with the police was complete nonsense. Like, straight up, I wish I knew my rights a lot better than I do now because, wow, those cops would have got it from my Jew ass if I knew just a little bit more than I really did. So one day I was driving home from one of my friend's houses who lives in this neighborhood that's extremely complicated. So I took a couple of U-turns because a lot of the streets end in cul-de-sacs, so there's no way to continue down the road. So I had to make a U-turn to, find the only street out of the neighborhood. I'm guessing it looked suspicious, but I was just lost. Once I finally found that one street that goes out of his neighborhood and into the rest of the city, this cop got behind me and followed me the whole way down the street. This street is legit like 3 miles long. So, of course, there's a cop behind me and I get a little bit nervous, so I'm driving the exact speed limit, making sure I don't go over and I don't go less so he doesn't pull me over. And keep in mind, I was 18 years old at the time. I've never got pulled over ever. Anyway, about 1.5 miles into the street, he pulls me over and I pull over and he comes up to my window and he goes, good day, are you aware that your taillight is broken? And I just wasn't aware. I didn't know my taillight was broken. I made a mistake, I guess. I'm sorry, officer. And then he goes, oh, that's all right. I just need your license and registration. I hand him both of those pieces of paper. I shit you not. He took about 20 minutes in his car, probably searching out my whole life, making sure that I'm not a terrorist or something and I'm not carrying some sort of uranium in my car, And after 20 minutes pass by, he comes up to my window and he goes, everything seems to be legit, no warrants or anything like that. I'm just gonna let you off with a warning, but can you just hang tight over here? I called for backup. What? Backup? For what? Let me get this straight. You need backup for a cooperating young male whose paperwork came back legit. I didn't know any better when I was 18, and I said, okay. But this story gets a lot better because once the backup officer shows up, he was in such a mood to search my car at any cost that he told me to please step out of the vehicle. And then once I stood out of the vehicle, he goes, I'm gonna search your car. And then at that point, ladies and gentlemen, I thought that's it. I'm going to prison. They're gonna find all of the Wait a minute. I don't do any drugs. There's nothing illegal in the car. If he were to search my car, he wouldn't find anything because there's nothing in there. So once I realized that, relax, you're not going to prison, there's nothing in the car. You technically didn't even do anything wrong. Like, broken taillight, who cares? Like, you'll get it fixed. Relax. You're not Hitler. Like, you're fine. And then I remember that there's an amendment in the Constitution that doesn't allow cops to search your car unless they got probable cause or a warrant, which he didn't have either one of those. And I grew the balls, the little bit of a chutzpah inside of me to say, actually, you're not going to search my car because that is against my rights. Which, honestly, I know that right now because I'm 26 years old. But at 18, not gonna lie, folks, I winged it and I just happened to get lucky. And this cop got so mad when I told him that he walked up to my face and said, "What are you, a law student?" First of all, no. And if I was, isn't that a good thing? Why the fuck was this cop trying to intimidate me into letting him search my car? Nah, bitch. Now you're 100% never gonna search my car, and you're gonna need to get this warrant. I was so mad. But let's be honest, I probably just looked like I was a little scared boy that just said, "No, I'm just exercising my rights. Please don't search my car." So then he goes, "Okay, we'll just have to wait for the dogs. But just tell me, I'm human. We all make mistakes. Let me search your car. Whatever I'll find, I'll just throw away and we won't make a big deal out of it." Yeah, okay. I've watched too many episodes of Cops to know that that is complete BS. So that's when I replied, "Honestly, I don't do any drugs, so looks like we're just gonna have to wait for this dog." So then the cop starts playing 21 questions with me. He goes, "Okay, it's pills, right? It has to be pills. Let me know if it's pills." "Nope, officer. I don't pop no pills. I don't do drugs." "Listen, we're in Florida. Is it cocaine? Is cocaine in your car?" "Nope, officer. I don't do cocaine. My drug of choice is caffeine." "Is it meth? Do you have meth in your car?" "Nope, officer. I'm just a coffee guy. That's why there's so many Starbucks venti cups in my car." "I know there's something in the car because honestly, you're not letting me search it. And because you're not letting me search it, it inclines me to believe there's something in the car. So just go ahead and tell me before the dog gets here. It'd be a lot easier on you. What is in the car?" "Officer, I'm 18 years old and I'm terrified right now because I don't know why you're in such a hot mood to search my car, but we're gonna have to wait for the dog." So then these two boyfriends of cops go behind their cars and literally they make out for like 10 minutes. I kid you not. These cops were making out for 10 minutes. And by make out, I mean like discussing the next step on how to search my car. Asshole cop number 2 walks up to my car and says, "Consider this your lucky day. The dog isn't working today." Hops in his car and dips. I'm talking about like speeds off. If there was children playing on the street, they would have been dead, okay? He was so mad. And you want to know what the best part of this whole story is? My taillight wasn't broken. It was working just fine. Had I would have checked the second he told me my taillight was broken, imagine what would have happened. I got pulled over for no reason. And not only did I get pulled over for no reason, they were trying to arrest me because they were so positive there was something in the car. That's not the duty of a cop. It's to protect and serve, not to arrest at all costs. So fuck cops, man. This was a real story, by the way. I do not like police officers at all. So my perception of cops is forever ruined because of stuff like that. Like, how am I supposed to believe that they got your best interest when stuff like this happens all the time? And what blows my mind is those police officers that are always like, "Oh man, cops just get a bad rap. We're honestly just really good people trying to help you." How? How when you hide in the bushes to get people speeding tickets? All I'm trying to say is that you can be a cop, but don't wonder why people don't like cops. It's so obvious why people don't like cops. And we should be able to freely shame cops without feeling any sort of type of way, the same way they can just give you a ticket without feeling any sort of type of way. Because let's be honest, a traffic violation from a cop that's hiding in the bushes should be called a "you got caught being an asshole" violation. Because at the end of the day, that person is still gonna be speeding or not stopping at the stop sign the way it's supposed to. And the only reason people do in that one particular area that you hide in is because they see you and they don't want a ticket. You're not really helping anything. You're just forcing people to obey the law by leaving a cop car there. Like, do you understand that? So we shouldn't feel any sort of type of way about showing our dissatisfaction with them. And this is how they should be perceiving the perception of what people think about cops these days. If you're a cop and you don't understand why cops don't like cops, then shouldn't it be your job to fix that perception? Like, no duh. And you might be sitting there and wondering, but well, I'm a really honest cop and I really do try to portray that perception. I really do try to protect and serve justice on the right people. And a lot of cops are just like me. And I believe you, but obviously you're not holding up your fellow cops to the same standards as your beliefs. And you need to do a way better job of keeping them accountable because the perception is not good right now. Maybe it never has been. But anyways, I think you understand what I'm saying. And all I'm trying to say is that not to not be a police officer, but at least catch people doing crimes that are actually committing a crime, and not just catch people doing something bad because you were hiding. Like, if you're gonna pull over somebody speeding, at least catch them speeding where they didn't see you but you were next to the street with them. You don't gotta hide to catch them speeding. You're not really catching a bad guy, you're just catching a guy that got caught being an asshole. That's it. You're not really protecting and serving. There's a bunch of drunk drivers out there that you could be pulling over instead. Or pull over people that are speeding. I don't know. I really don't care. Honestly, if I call you at 3 in the morning because my house was getting robbed, I would still really appreciate it if you showed up. So, I get it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. My name is Joel Silver, and I'm trying to become one of the world's greatest comedians. If you guys like my pin, you probably can't see it. I'm definitely gonna get way closer shots of it. But hey, my pin says that I am just joking. Everything that I said in this video was technically a joke. My opinion on cops is not that strict. I was just trying to make you laugh. But these days, comedy has been under attack and has been going the other way. It's been regressing and not progressing forward. Comedy is all about bending what we see as perception and bending what we take as acceptable and challenging our ideas nonstop so that we can become better people, or we see the funny in things. Did you know that humans are the only animals that can express laughter? That is so dope to me, and that's why I want to become one of the world's greatest comedians. And if you agree with my message and you want to get a pin that says I'm just joking, guess what? Today is your lucky day. I'm giving away 10 free pins to the first 10 people to leave a comment on this video and follow me on Twitter. No questions asked. You can have a I'm just joking pin for free. I'll even sign it for you. Just be one of the first 10 people to leave a comment on this video and follow me on Twitter. And if you're scrolling down and you're like, oh my god, I wasn't one of the first 10 people to leave a comment. How can I get a pin that says I'm just joking and protecting the rights of comedy? Well, it's also your lucky day because I'm actually gonna start selling pins on this channel in order to support it. Yay! So if you want to support comedy and you know the future of comedy and to make sure that comedy can keep progressing forward and for me to never have to sell out and always be the best that I can be, you can buy a pin on my website, which is buymypin.com. I'm selling them for $4.99, but the best part about the $4.99 is that it is free shipping in the US only. So, which means you're paying $4.99 and you're gonna get a pin in the mail that I am gonna sign. And the best part is that you can wear this pin in my next video, because guess what? I'm also gonna wear this pin and we can both be pin partners. Isn't that something awesome? I think it is. So please go on buymypin.com and buy a pin for me. Guys, this is the only way that I can keep supporting this YouTube channel without me having to sell out and go complete mainstream. And I don't want to do that. That is not my goal here. My goal is to stay real to myself. Once again, thank you for making it all the way to the end of the video. I love all of you. Don't forget to subscribe. And also, please buy a pin for me on buymypin.com.